legacy again and again and again. There can be no doubting it. 4 players on the rim today, making the impossible possible. Owner, Faker, Gumayushi, Carrier, and now Doran as well are world champions.
But DRX are your 2022 world champion.
Deft in his 10th year.
He won the world title. He's won MSI. He's won
Let's go down. What a show from these two teams.
Deft beats Carrier. They wanted the title together. Only one can walk home victorious.
This moment, it was 7 years since their loss, a decade since their first. The SKT legacy has been reignited. T1 will be your 2023 world champions.
It took them 2 years to win a title again. 2021, this roster came up, they stomped the LCK, they stomped the playoffs, and then
They had to work so incredibly hard to get here to this stage.
And how much sweeter that victory has to be after time and time and time again. This T1 roster tasted the bitter defeat. They were the ones on the receiving end of these losses. It started to feel like they might never be able to do it.
Finally, hoisting it with the new name. SKT was their name when they had the first 3, and now this team that so many adore will finally hoist the Summoners Cup.
and they've waited for it. Last year, the story wasn't about them, but this year it is.
오랫동안 수많은 팀의 상승과 하락을 지켜봤습니다. 끝에 서있던 사람은 항상 저희.
Hungry for it. T1 are the past, the present, and the future. A new era, the same empire. T1 are your 2024 world champions.
For Faker to make the plays that he did. He is the GOAT for a reason. And this will be his 5th World Championship title. A new era for T1.
Baker said, "This one's for you." In this game won the lane for both, I think, looked a little precarious, but those team fights, man, has a smile on the face of T1's top laner. Doran was a heat-seeking missile in this game.
T1 is firing on all cylinders, stepping into this final, doing what they do best, honestly.
Guma dies, and so does T1. KT even up the series.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but perfect, reliable as all hell in this game, doesn't go down. On this stage, they bounce back in game number 2. They create such a lead, but it still seems so difficult. You know, KT, they have defeated T1 in the second game to even up the series. KT about to go up match point in the telecom war in the world's final.
A story at this tournament of dominance when it started, and people doubted the quality of their opposition, and then they beat Gen G, and now they're taking T1 to match point. KT monstrous in Worlds 2025.
Guma lives the engage, and T1's hopes live in the grand finals. And the telecom war has never been this insane. World's finals, game 5.
Absolute dominance in game 4, though. The story for T1 as we get ready for game 5. Let's send it back over.
It's the waves in favor of T1 that make this so hard. As immediately they're going to kick things off by going in on Cuz, taking away the Frost Armor passive. Lockdown from Carrier is there. TP in from Doran as well. Ulti's going across the board. BDD caught off the side. A good flash to take him out, and Guma has to be careful, but he's so damn fast. Owner to lock up BDD. He goes gold in an extra 2.5 seconds to consider what went wrong as T1 looks set to end it all.
They're gonna finish the job. It is Doran and Peter left alone in the mid lane, and T1 will ace them.
T1 earning their legacy again and again and again. There can be no doubting it. 4 players on the Rift today making the impossible possible. Owner, Faker, Gumayushi, Carrier, and now Doran as well are world champions.
And the disbelief on his face. A teammate that so many have praised over the long years. Domestically, he's always been able to show it as T1 find the three-peat. An unrivaled dynasty here has just been made. The three-peat is real.
A team that when they found despair in 2022 against DRX, took it to heart and have come every single world back to the finals, back to this trophy. KT had an incredible run, but against T1, it just feels impossible. A team that even in the face of bad games, even in the face of match point after game 3, did not falter for even a moment. It's KT's run, it has to be respected. Hearts out now to the players on stage.
As T1 shows us again and again and again, as you highlighted, Dracos, why this is the greatest team in the world.
Chengdu erupts. T1 wait a moment to lift the trophy together as 5. Doran, the latest addition to win his first title. The remaining 4, their 3rd consecutive. T1 world champions once again.
And they did it as the 4th seed again. They had to play in the play-ins, the newly created play-ins. Elimination right at the beginning of the tournament was faced.
Oh man, Doran lifting that trophy after all said and done.
As Doran is Owner rather is flexing.
One-handed lift as the GOAT in the 2nd prime of his career does it again.
T1 seemingly making a science out of performing when it matters most. Regardless of the story of the LCK, of the regular seasons or playoffs, at Worlds, T1 always find their peak, always find their form, and now are embraced by the staff that has supported them for the entire year.
Koma, Tom, Mata, all coming in, hugging their players. And Koma, he's been there for so many, but you can see they still hit real good as he runs up to his team.
Wow, how long will this version last? How far can this core of players go?
And I mean, again, the series, the context of being at match point of one of the most dominant game 4s we've seen into the game 5, where even when there were small fumbles, they got right back on course. T1 indomitable. And a reminder that this was the year where people started to doubt a little. 2 losses, a close best of 5 against AL. T1 always find a way, always find